Sister Wives star Kody Brown's kids just shattered the silence, and the truth is darker than anyone expected. From accusations of lying to explosive funeral confrontations, each child is finally revealing what really tore this family apart. But the most shocking confession hasn't been said publicly, yet. Tonight, we uncover the secret that could change the Brown family legacy forever, and why this next chapter may ruin every remaining relationship Kody still has. Everything Sister Wives star Kody Brown's kids have said about their estrangement.
When the family fell apart, I was really...
Love is meant to be multiplied, but since Sister Wives Kody Brown ended 3 of his marriages, the family has been divided. What Maddie Brush, Leon Brown and more kids have said about their rift. As Sister Wives star Christine Brown once famously declared, she didn't just want the man, she wanted the family. These days she has both, marking her 2nd anniversary with husband David Woolley in October, some 4 years after she announced her separation from former spouse Kody Brown. Though she and Kody aren't exactly close, Christine has retained much of their sprawling family as well, with the 53-year-old musing in a 2024 episode of the long-running TLC series that her and former sister wife Janelle Brown's respective kids make up the core group that gathers for holidays and other family celebrations. Not on the guest list, Brown patriarch Kody or his now sole wife Robyn Brown. As the father of 18 sees it, his remaining bride is the reason he remains persona non grata amongst his fam. The situation sucks, he grumbled in an episode that aired last December, griping that he wasn't invited to daughter Savannah Brown's high school graduation party. I've got this whole other side of the family that have decided that they're still a family and we're out. Now, they'll let me in that club as long as I leave Robyn behind. I can't do that. But they're, not asking him to. So Kody has this idea that somehow if he leaves Robyn home, he's going to be able to come to these family gatherings, Janelle noted in the same episode. And that's so far from the truth. And that's not the only time Kody's reality hasn't aligned with the facts of the situation. Days after he claimed on the November 23 Sister Wives episode that he's reached out to every one of my children, and multiple times, Leon Brown broke their social media hiatus to respond. Let me be so King clear, stated the 30-year-old, Kody's only child with first wife Meri Brown, before insisting they have not heard from Kody since the March 2024 death of brother Garrison Brown. Added Leon, Kody blatantly blew me off at Garrison's funeral. He is a liar. He is a joke of a father. And the Denver resident is just the latest of Kody's kids to plunge that metaphorical knife in his kidneys. As his estrangement with the majority of his adult kids drags on, while he remains close to Robyn's eldest Dayton, 25, Aurora, 23, and Brianna, 21, Janelle has said Kody is alienated from 90 to 95% of his children. We're digging into everything the Brown offspring have said about the ongoing rift. Gabriel Brown. For Gabriel Brown, it was far too late for Dad Kody Brown to say sorry. Initially at odds over Kody's intense COVID restrictions, they continued to keep their distance even as stay-home orders began to lift. Kody's issue, recounted Janelle Brown, who shares sons Logan Brown, Hunter Brown, Garrison Brown and Gabriel as well as daughters Madison Brush and Savannah Brown, with the patriarch, was that he felt his kids hadn't been loyal to him and his rules. He kept phrasing it like I owed him an apology, Gabriel detailed to Janelle in an October 2024 episode of Sister Wives. Eventually I was just like, hey, unless you're like actually ready to have a relationship and fix things, then we're not going to talk anymore. He came back a couple of days later and texted me. He's like, hey, I've been, like, thinking about what you've been saying. I forgive you, please forgive me. I was like, forgive me for what? So tight with his dad he used to accompany him on business trips, he remains confused about what he did. But, he noted to Janelle, I told Dad that if he doesn't change and he can't take accountability, then I just won't ever see him again. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Ysabel Brown. Kody may have meant for his love to be multiplied, but his time with his 18 kids has definitely been divided. Which is why Ysabel Brown feared that when David Woolley married mom Christine Brown in 2023, he might fully take over the role her father once played in her life. I worry, a tearful Ysabel shared in a confessional on a November 2024 episode, that my dad and the chance of having a really close relationship with my dad is slowly going away. Not that she didn't appreciate David as a stepdad. He comes off as a very present dad with his children, so I mean, how lovely would that be, right? She noted. So I would love to have a relationship that is as amazing with my own father. And she's still holding out hope, admitting in a November 2025 episode, my dad and I aren't like, close, 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 close. Still, why she thought of Christine as both mom and dad, she wouldn't call her relationship with Kody, who refused to fly cross-country when she had back surgery mid-pandemic, non-existent. I mean, he's still my dad, she insisted, and I love him. Kody Brown. If Kody had his way, Kody Brown, one of Christine's 6 kids, wouldn't say much of anything about him. Speaking with YouTuber John Yates in January 2023, Kody recalled receiving an, out of the blue, phone call from his dad. It's like an hour-long conversation and it goes really, really well, he recounted. And I'm like, okay, I might be getting my father back. This is wonderful. Then he called his mom. Talking to Christine, also mom to Aspen Thompson, Mykelti Padron, Gwendolyn K. Ross, Ysabel and Truly Brown, Kody learned that Kody had been working to convince producers not to let his children trash him, trying to put it in our contracts that we are not allowed to say anything negative about him on our platforms. But it was a deal he couldn't close. My mom was like, no, you're not allowed to tell our children what they can and can't say about you. You have to earn their love back, explained Kody. And I realized he didn't call me because he wanted to talk to me. He called me because he doesn't want me talking negatively. Gwendolyn K. Ross. Admittedly, Gwendolyn doesn't fully recognize the Kody that parents his 5 kids with wife Robyn Brown. It hurts so much to see him be a good father to others when I didn't really get that much, she acknowledged in a February 2023 YouTube video of watching him with youngest children Solomon Brown and Ariella Brown. And while she's happy they get an active father, she noted, I don't remember coming home from kindergarten or anything and seeing my dad being happy that I ate all my lunch, or that I made a friend at school. That being said, she was still willing to play nice. In a January 2023 YouTube video she labeled their relationship as, very flip-floppy. In person, my dad's sweet to me now, noted Gwendolyn, who invited Kody and Robyn to her and Beatrice K. Ross's July 2023 wedding. We had our differences in the past, but we're getting better. And since we're not around each other as much, we can't really be angry with each other as much. But when she tunes into the Sunday night episodes, she added, I do tend to dislike him a little bit. And I just have to remind myself that he's going through a difficult time and it's just hard on everybody and, you know, he's still my dad and he's still kind to me. Mykelti Padron, one of the few Brown kids who was still close to both Robyn and Kody and Christine and Janelle, Mykelti took on the role of peacekeeper during Kody's 3 divorces. But in the years since, she seems to have resigned from Team Kody, giving her take on the rift months after she and husband Tony Padron made the move to North Carolina with their 3 children. I think that if he took more accountability in any of his actions, his kids, maybe not all of them, but at least some of them, would reach out, she noted during an October 2024 fan Q&A shared on the Instagram account at @Ysabel. Instead of blaming the children, or blaming how they feel about his relationship with his other wife or blaming the parents or blaming gossip or whatever, if he just said, "Look, I understand I did blank wrong. I'm sorry. Can we talk about it?" I feel like that would go such a long way. As for his stance that he shouldn't need to beg his children to repair their relationship, she wasn't having it. No matter what happens between myself and my kids, I would always sit outside that door, knock, apologize and ask, and ask, and ask, and just continue to try to do whatever I could to make that relationship stronger, the mom of 3 insisted, before referencing Kody's claim that his former wives had metaphorically stabbed him in the back. I feel like that's what you do as a parent. Sometimes you just have to take the knife in the kidney, get over it, and apologize. Leon Brown. A message worth interrupting their peace. Leon Brown has largely avoided the spotlight since their sister wives' days. But Meri Brown's only child felt compelled to break their social media hiatus to address Kody's recent claim that he'd reached out to all of his kids, multiple times, and that if they don't have a relationship with him, it's because they're not reciprocating. But Leon insisted there's no missed calls on their cell. There's a ridiculous video of my father circulating where he says he reaches out to his children, they wrote on their Instagram stories in November 2025. Noting they hadn't heard from Kody since brother Garrison's March 2024 death by suicide, Leon added, "Kody blatantly blew me off at Garrison's funeral. He is a liar. He is a joke of a father. That's all." Madison Brush. When it comes to her complicated relationship with her dad, Maddie isn't solely concerned with protecting her heart. "I am open to reconciliation and forgiveness and closure," she shared on the November 30, 2025, episode of the TLC series after welcoming 4th child Amelia in March 2025. But if her father wanted to fully be let into the life she shares with husband Caleb Brush and kids Axel, Evie, Josephine and Amelia, there would need to be a pattern of consistency. And judging by her scathing October 2025 social media rebuke, she's still waiting. Sharing an inspirational quote to her Instagram stories about carefully deciding what is worth your energy, Maddie explained how she was able to reach that point. As she wrote in a DM to one follower looking for tips, "Your dad's saying lies about you for the entire world to hear teaches it to you real quick." Her main issue, she noted on a 2024 episode of her The Authentic Society podcast, was that he doesn't have any respect for boundaries. And you have to play by his rules, and I just don't care to do that. Now I will uncover about sister wives. Meri believes that flirting with another wife is cheating. With the new release of Sister Wives, fans got another viral talking point. This time, it's Meri Brown who earned the fans' attention. In the latest episode, Meri joined a dating event, but the fun games soon turned into a serious topic of discussion. The people at the event were asked whether flirting is a form of cheating. Meri, being one of the people there, turned the conversation deeper as she opened up about boundaries in a relationship. The answer given by her was more surprising as she had lived in a plural family structure. The showrunners brought in her former sister wives as well for their opinions. And as you would expect, their opinion on the matter was also interesting to say the least. But what exactly led Meri to express such an opinion? And how did the other wives respond to her take on flirting within the family? Keep reading to find out how the debate unfolded and why fans can't stop talking about it. Sister wives. Meri's kid doesn't think Kody's apology tour is sincere. Fans are well aware by this point that TLC has been building up Kody's so-called apology tour. As teased in the upcoming episodes, Kody plans to visit Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn to apologize for the hurt he caused throughout the years. If Kody is to be believed, he wants to mend relationships not only with his former wives but also with his older children. However, many family members and viewers doubt whether his apologies come from sincerity or his own convenience. While Kody plans to meet Meri in Utah in the upcoming weeks, we're not sure if the same could be said about Leon. Leon is Meri and Kody's child, and they revealed that Kody had not contacted them for months. They even called his regret a lie, and labeled him a joke of a father. Their partner, Audrey, even publicly called Kody out under one of his videos and supported what Leon had to say. Sister wives. Meri says flirting with someone counts as cheating. During a fun Q&A activity at a social event, people present were asked whether they agreed or disagreed with flirting as a form of cheating. Meri didn't hesitate before choosing strongly agree. In her confessional, Meri explained her thought process. She said that if someone is in a committed relationship, flirting crosses a line. She also added that in a plural family, the issue becomes even more sensitive. According to Meri, every relationship within the marriage must be nurtured, and flirting with one wife in front of another could easily damage trust. She emphasized that if one wife feels insecure, open flirting becomes hurtful to the other members. Her comment opened the door for the other women to share their own memories. Robyn said Kody had always been naturally warm and affectionate, even before she joined the family. She thought that there was no point in hiding this dynamic, as the other wives had already established this before her. Janelle also felt similar in that regard. She stated that Kody often winked or teased them all, and it never bothered her because it felt normal in plural marriage. Christine added that casual flirting among everyone went hand in hand with the lifestyle and helped keep the relationships balanced. She even noted that stooping herself from this natural affection would have killed the family dynamic. Maddie Brown takes on the pacifier patrol. The pacifier patrol presses on, and this sister wives star pushed back. Maddie Brown, daughter of Kody Brown and Janelle Brown, had it with being mom-shamed for letting her 2-year-old son, Axel, use a pacifier in October 2019. She fired off a post on Instagram taking the mom-shamers to task. Along with a photo of Axel with his pachi in mouth, her caption began, "Axel's pachi is a hot topic and I receive countless private messages, comments and all of it. People are just trying to be helpful, I get that. It's not helpful though, it makes me feel worse because he was weaned at one point. It's something I set up evaluations for, talk to his teachers about, talk to his doctors about because I get so much flack on here, it stresses me out that much. She went on to talk about what a struggle it has been. Then ended with a plea to give moms a break. I know I am not the only mom who receives advice that is only meant to help, but it ends up not being helpful at all. We as moms have enough guilt. Chances are, what you are about to say has already been said to them 10,000x by someone else just coming from a loving place as well. Unless the advice is asked for, just be supportive of the decisions being made. It's really that simple, I promise. We are all trying out best here. McKelty Padron vs. Vacation Vultures. Can a mom get a break? McKelty Padron certainly couldn't when she posted a picture from her European getaway without gasp. Her children in July 2023. She was trying to get tips on what to do with her breast milk while traveling, but instead got slammed for being away. Her caption read, "I'm on holiday without my babies. I'm pumping to keep up my supply. I can't donate it in the country I'm staying. So what are my alternative options?" Plenty of fans jumped in with helpful hints and support. But, of course, there were some quick to jump on her perceived audacity to vacation without her kids. Responses included one incredulous commenter who wrote, "Did you leave your babies?" Another wrote, "You left Tony with all 3 babies," followed by a facepalm emoji. Yet another hater chimed in, "Unpopular opinion, you shouldn't be taking a vacation while breastfeeding. You have a fraction of your life to breastfeed your children and the entire rest of your life to vacation. Have some perspective." Perspective, you say? Viewers go nuclear over Robyn Brown's nanny. When fans found out Robyn Brown hired a nanny who turned out to be her step-niece, Mindy Jessup, during season 16 of Sister Wives, they were outraged. The big question everyone had, what the heck does the nanny do? Roig doesn't have a job and several of her kids are old enough to babysit, so they just couldn't wrap their heads around the hired help, especially given the pandemic. In a December 2021 Reddit post titled, "Why Does Robyn Need a Nanny?" the comments were swift and harsh. My theory is, she is lazy. In the episode the family had the campfire, she didn't want to take the kids because she would have to watch over them, one fan wrote. She has 2 kids and 3 adults, teens in her household, without counting her and Kody. Seriously, why is it so hard to watch over 2 kids? Some defended the decision with a backhanded slam. She's not very well educated or very smart, so maybe the nanny is helping with online schooling. One commenter wrote, "It's tough for everyone, but maybe it's beyond Robyn's abilities. Most were just not having it though." On a Reddit thread with a gif of Christine asking the pressing question, "What does the nanny do?" Robyn should really be ashamed of herself. I mean, I don't begrudge any other mom for wanting help, but she's living in a damn mansion, 2 parents who don't work, 3 teenage kids and 2 school-aged kids. Come the FK on. Also, you won't let your sister wife who has been quarantined around your kids, but you'll let a nanny into your house. GTFOH. The clean police come for Christine Brown. When Christine Brown shared a photo of her mudroom on Instagram back in May 2020, she admitted it needed organizing and even posted a photo of some tools she's picked up to help her do it. Many related to her struggle and praised her for keeping it real, but some just couldn't resist shaming her for her messy mom ways. Your whole house is a mess, one Instagram user wrote. Clean it once in a while. Another wrote, how about cleaning and organizing? But it was the plastic water bottles that really sent people into a tizzy. Start by getting rid of water bottles. One word. Environment. One wrote. Buy yourself and family members a water filter and a heap of reusable water bottles. That should make lots of room for getting rid of all those plastic water bottles. Chided another. From yet another way to fill up the landfills in your new state. Pay attention, please girl. It's about the environment and not Kody. Lol. They have a point, but you know the saying about people in glass, mudrooms. If this unraveling family drama hit you hard, make sure you like this video so YouTube knows you want the truth the show won't air. Comment your thoughts. Which kid's revelation shocked you the most? Subscribe and turn on notifications. New deep dive chapters drop every week, and you don't want to miss the next bombshell. Watch next. Tap the playlist linked on screen for the full breakdown of Kody's estrangement timeline, apology claims, and the hidden conflicts that the cameras never showed.